Leaders who share their knowledge for the betterment of the industry. The most followed, retweeted, and liked mortgage professionals. 50 most connected mortgage professionals. Brought to you by Remen Wholesale.
Hi, I'm Carl Markman with Remen Wholesale. We're incredibly proud of our history of educating and partnering with the broker and banker community to prepare you for what's next. We've always been committed to same-day turn times on initial underwrites, which allows us to earn your business each and every day. We're happy to sponsor the following program.
Welcome to another episode of National Mortgage Professionals 50 Most Connected Mortgage Pros. For Mortgage News Network, I'm your host, Rick Grant. Today's program is brought to you by Remen Wholesale. Now, today's guest you probably already know. You certainly know her if you've spent much time around NAMB, the National Association for Mortgage Professionals. She's Ginger Bell. She's an educational specialist for Go-To Training, and she's one of the 50 most connected mortgage pros. Ginger, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Rick, for having me. And, of course, thank you to Remen for being able to make this available and putting it out there.
So first, tell us why. Why is social media so important to your business?
Well, Rick, one of the things that social media brings for anyone in their profession is obviously an online presence. And individuals, companies do research online before they do business with anyone. And that's just the world we live in today. And so having that presence out there is so important, whether you're writing your own articles or sharing articles, making sure that your social media has who you are, what you do, what you specialize in is very important. You know, I was referred to a national company a few months ago and had done my research on them online and got on the call with their president and vice president and counsel, and they knew all about me. They knew what books I had written with Brian Tracy. They knew what projects I was involved in, what articles I had written, articles I've written for National Mortgage Professionals, because that's all on my social media. And so we came into the meeting with them having a good understanding of who I am and what I do, and people do that. It doesn't matter if you're an originator, a real estate agent. People do research online, and they do that before they make a decision on conducting business with someone.
Absolutely. So you really do have to be connected. But you know, there are so many social media sites out there. How do you choose? What's your favorite social media site?
So there's a ton out there, and I don't even understand them all. You know, I have a 23-year-old son, and the things that he's on, it's like the Snapchat I know is really big. Jason Frazier, who's also one of the most 50 connected professionals, social media professionals, he is all about Snapchat. And I recently attended a session he was in, and he was teaching about it. And so integrating some of those new ones are important. To look at that, but you know, staying with your tried and true, Facebook and LinkedIn are the most important. Right now, I'm working with a company that's actually owned by Troy McLean, who used to be a mortgage broker and was on The Apprentice, and they have a platform that allows companies to create a social network for the company. So it's not just a matter of being involved socially outside of your business, but also being involved socially inside your business and what that looks like, and keeping those relationships. You know, having that social in a remote world that we live in with a remote workforce is important for companies and individuals.
All right, very good, Ginger. Now, this is one thing I wanted to ask you about. A lot of people worry about with mortgage compliance the way it is. They're worried about what to post, what not to post. How do you handle that? And tell us about some of the crazy things you've seen posted.
Well, the first thing is, if you're an originator and you're doing anything talking about your business, you want to have your NMLS number somewhere on your social media. And they don't put a place for it. There's no place you go into Facebook and it says, here's my NMLS number. Same with LinkedIn. So you need to find a place. It can go in the About is a good place. I have some clients that actually make a header, and they put it on their header and then put that there so that it's easily seen. But you need to make sure that you have that. And even if you don't think that you're promoting yourself on social media, especially like Facebook. I have a lot of people that say, well, Facebook, I just do that personally. In fact, I got in a discussion one time. I was creating some training for social media, and I was looking for examples of how to put your NMLS number onto your Facebook page. And so I started going into my friends looking to see where they had put it, and I was surprised to find a lot that didn't have it. And so I found some that did, and I put an example up, and I, said, hey, congratulations to, those of you who are doing this correctly. Here's how you should be doing it. And I had someone respond and say, but Ginger, I don't do anything on social media for my business. It's just personal. That's all I use it for. I said, that's fine. If you're not promoting any business, you don't put it out there. But it's kind of a good thing just to have just in case, And so while we're having this discussion back and forth with this individual, I got a notification from his Twitter account that posted onto his Facebook account that said, rates are great. Why not refinance now? And so even though he wasn't posting on Facebook, he was on Twitter, and the Twitter feed went to his Facebook post. And so it was funny because I took a screenshot and I said, okay, you may not be posting directly onto Facebook, but you have your Twitter feed going into Facebook, so consequently you are. And he said, okay, Ginger, I'll put my number up there now. How should I do it? So, those are the kind of things that I think are important as far as making sure you're compliant. Put your NMLS ID number somewhere on there. You don't have to put it on every post. Just put it somewhere in your about. And watch how you're linking things, because you may not think that you're doing something in a particular social media platform, but it may be connected to another where you are.
All right, Ginger. Now, I know a lot of our viewers are probably looking at this and going, yep, she's convinced me. I've got to get into social media, but they're not there yet, and they're not sure how to do it. What's your best tip for someone who needs to get started now?
Well, I think a lot of originators today are using social media. It's been around for a while. If you are just getting started, then I recommend look where your customers are, and that's probably where you should start. LinkedIn is still the best as far as business to business. So if you're looking at doing business with real estate agents, then LinkedIn is a good format for that. Facebook is more of a forum for reaching your consumers. Snapchat, as I said, Jason is all about Snapchat, and I still haven't figured that out. It's below my age category, should I say, but Jason's a pro at it. And so, kind of look at that. The other thing is you really want to make sure the content that you're putting out there is relevant to your audience. And so video is the king right now. If you want your message to be consumed in its entirety, video is it. Just like the video you're doing today. I could write something up for you. We could do a little interview. It could be an article, but it's not clearly as effective as doing video. And so, doing something as far as video is so important. Everything I'm doing for training right now is in video. People will watch video. It has to be a short segment. So look at doing video, and it doesn't have to be a big production. iPhones are incredible. I mean, there's movies that they've shot on iPhones, but keep it short. And then also, especially for the millennial market, they want to know stories. They don't want the self-serving hype saying, hey, I just closed another deal today, or, hey, just sold another home. They want to hear the stories. So they want to know, I just helped a veteran who just came back, is getting ready to settle down. They were looking for a home in their area. I was able to put them into a VA loan. We got them 100% down. And involve your consumers, your borrowers, with the transaction as well. So when you close that house, say, hey, do you mind if I go with you and we do a quick, video of you walking into the house, or, you can tell me what it's like for you to actually be a homeowner. For first-time home buyers, you can talk about the neighborhood. Hey, it's a great neighborhood. There's a dog park 5 blocks away. In fact, let's go to the dog park right now. Those are the kinds of things that people want to see. They want to hear stories, and that's really the key in social media. The other thing is you don't have to write or produce a lot to be effective in social media. You can share what other people write. I make it a point at least 3 times a week. I repost 5 different articles per day on something that's trending. So, for example, this morning I just posted on LinkedIn, Forbes had put out a list of the top trending women-owned businesses for 2017. I am a women-owned business. So that to me is inspiring. I just took that, shared it from Forbes right onto LinkedIn, and already I've had people like it and share it and look at it, and I didn't have to do anything other than look what's trending right now and just repost it. So you don't have to be a writer like the great writers you have that write for the magazine. You can just look at what other people write and be able to share that, but have it be consistent. The other thing I think is it doesn't have to be overwhelming. You honestly can take like 30 minutes a day, the beginning of your day, and I actually block out the first 30 minutes of my day, and that's what I do with social media. Then I shut it off because it can be all-consuming if you don't allocate the time for it. So I think management and looking at it as a tool for your business, not just something to occasionally do, but really make it part of your marketing and your branding.
Ginger, that's great. Thank you. I knew I'd have a great time with you on the show. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Rick.
And thanks also to our sponsor, Redmond Wholesale, and all of you for being with us. Until next time, from Mortgage News Network, I'm Rick Grant. This is Mortgage News Network.